Hello, everyone. This is for anybody who has heard about my Dance to Heal program and you're interested in learning a little bit more and getting a little deeper into what the program actually is, because it is deeper than just dance fitness, and it is utilizing dance as this tool to calm your nervous system, tap into your body in a quick and fun way that actually helps you feel more at ease in your life. Angela, thank you so much for being here today.
I'm so happy to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and specifically the state you were in prior to joining Dance to Heal.
So let's see. I want to back it up just a tiny bit about how I found you online and your business. I originally connected with Melody Dance Fit during the pandemic. I had actually just moved back from Colorado, and I was away for 7 years and was really seeking a way to get dance back in my life despite the pandemic. And so I started following you online, and I was hooked ever since. But yeah, so as far as the Dance to Heal program, you started sharing about it, and I was super intrigued. I obviously already loved your teaching style and just the dances and messages that I had found there. I was in a state of my perspective on life and how to work and live and all the things needed a shift. We talked about this in the program, but I really wanted to get out of the hustle and grind mindset. And I just knew that there was something else out there. And so along that journey, the Dance to Heal program, you started sharing about it, and knowing that it combined dance and mental health, I figured it was a must try for me. In general, I was beginning my journey of shifting my mindset, trying to find a way to balance work and life in a way that I could meaningfully contribute to my work, but also be happy and balanced.
I think that we do draw on people who are kind of ready for a change. They're ready for a mental change. They're ready for a physical change. And perhaps they've kind of done these things and they feel like they've done everything right, and it's still just not clicking. So what were you feeling throughout the course?
So I started feeling this shift that was much needed. Not only were the dances really powerful and just like they got me out of my head, but the messages that you shared throughout the modules were so impactful for me. A few of them I still think about like every day, if not at least weekly. You talked about honoring your shadows and the existence of the duality of like lightness and darkness. And I had never thought of it that way. Learning about like how to not just acknowledge and notice and, accept it, to do all of that, but without judgment and shame was so impactful for me. In the past, I would have let my darkness, I would not do self-care. I would not do dance. I would not do these things. And I would just like, be overcome by it. It really just started clicking. And I still use that to this day. The days that I feel low, I'm like, don't know if I have the energy for dance. I think about that. And it was such a healing, like transformative process once I accepted that and started dancing through the darkness. And I just felt like you don't think about it this way until you do it, but I felt so much lighter. I had just processed it and kind of released it. So that was like one of the biggest takeaways that I still think about. The other ones is that just dance was so therapeutic to me, and the concept of body movement in general. I just got such a huge boost physically and emotionally from the program, from the dances, from the modules, and just the general messages that you're putting out there.
The way the program goes is you have a dance fitness session weekly that you are to repeat 3 times. And we say to repeat the physical portion of the dance class like 3 times, just to get repetition in and to get your body to this mode where you start learning the dances, because that affects your cognitive function. It's really powerful and it helps you have that cathartic release. What Angela is referring to is also just within that weekly dance session that you're supposed to do, there are 3 modules that you watch prior to each time you're dancing. And every week has a theme, giving you an intention before dancing with your physical body. It's more like we want to prime your mind into getting into this reflective mode.
Exactly. I have done lots of talk therapy, but it wasn't until this program and my mind started shifting that I really understood and could feel the therapeutic release of whatever I had going on that day. and just like the power of body movement. I had always done all these things separately, but it wasn't until this program where it really clicked, where like I can actually use this to process and release and feel such a weight lifted off. Once I started learning the dances, and towards the end of the week when I was doing it the second or the third time, that's when the emotional release really kicked in. It really just starts to click and becomes so much more of a powerful emotional and physical experience altogether.
I mean, I say this a lot. It almost starts to feel primal, where it's like, okay, I'm
Totally.
like shaking this stuff out, and it's a beautiful process. And once you tap into it, you can utilize it anytime you're stressed. This is a perfect depiction of what happens when you do have that discipline and you show up and you invested in this. We always tell people, like, you invested in this.
Absolutely, completely agree. And I wanted to touch on the investment part of it. For me, I was really looking for accountability. What I was doing in that time of my life was prioritizing everything else but myself. And what that looked like was, at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, self-care would get dropped off. And so there's something about the accountability of like investing in myself, following the plan and showing up despite how I felt. And I still see and know and feel how important that is for me to dance, because without it, I just sacrifice the most important parts of myself and my personality. And yeah, I just use it as a way to like reset, recharge, feel lighter, happier. But yeah, it was the investment and the accountability that I loved about this program, because if I'm not going to invest the time in myself, then who the heck is? I was in avoidance mode for a very long time before I found the program, and forced me to take a good hard look at what I was doing, not only work, but personal wise. And yeah, I just felt like such a shift at the end, and just felt the physical and the emotional change. It really shifted my mind. And I know physically, emotionally, all the things, I have to continue to do this. If you don't set aside time for yourself, nobody else is going to. It really shifted my mindset in the best way possible. And I carried that out through work too. When I walked away from the program, I just felt so much more confidence in myself and just strength to pursue not only my self-care at that time, but then to start my business. So it really impacted me beyond just the few pounds that I lost, and beyond just the moments that I was in the program. So
beautiful miracles that pop up from the course. And we always say that it's like a domino effect. Okay. Like, if you're shifting the energy of your day by dancing, you're shifting the energy of your week. If you're shifting the energy of your weeks, you are shifting the entire trajectory of your life. And when you are calmer in your body, and when you allow yourself to free yourself through dance, or you're allowing yourself to tap into your body, connect to yourself, you are giving yourself energy back to then go do more things that you want to do. Dance to Heal is meant to be just a guide to help you understand that all this innate power and strength it's been in you this entire time. It's just about getting reconnected with it.
Completely. When I started the program, I was kind of like in the fog. And when I completed the course, like I said, I felt a lot more confident in myself and a lot more strength. And what I ended up doing was, yeah, I left my 9-to-5 job and started my own marketing consulting business. And it has been the biggest release of stress, but also like a moment for me to regain my time, but still, contribute in the work sense in a meaningful way. For whatever reason, I didn't have that strength and confidence to do that before Dance to Heal. And I think spending the time on myself and just really digging deep on what it is that I wanted really pushed me off on this incredible trajectory. And yeah, for that, I'll be forever grateful. Thank you, Melody. Thank you, Dance to Heal. For me, it was literally the perfect timing, and just set me off on this path that I am just so grateful to be on now.
Oh, thank you. And I'm so proud of you. I mean, all that you've achieved, all credit goes to you for putting yourself into motion and showing up and taking this course seriously. A lot of people are telling me they dance more just with their family, like dance is more just a part of their everyday life. And because of that, they feel looser and just more light. And I think that that's a big part of making those big shifts, is how can we lighten up ourselves, our bodies? And what you say is so, so true. I mean, it is really something where you end up shifting your energy. And as a result, you feel more confident. When you feel more confident and you feel more joy in your day, that makes the biggest difference. Foggy is a great, great word to describe how you felt before, because it's not that you didn't really know what was not clicking, but something wasn't clicking.
Exactly.
And with Dance to Heal, I mean, this is a hilarious and symbolic metaphor, but it is about finding that rhythm, finding your own pocket. And it's also about, like you keep saying, self-care. And I totally know what you're saying. Self-care isn't just getting a manicure, getting a massage,
Right.
like how it looks on social media. Self-care is showing up for yourself. Self-care is reconnecting to yourself, staying connected to yourself when you have a family, when you have a business, and when you're trying to make a change. We think that the answers are outside of us. What I want Dance to Heal to be for people is this very big reminder that it's never on the outside, it's within you. The more you can tap in to your physical body, you're already enough. But go for this, go for that, and why not? And more.
100%. It had such an incredible ripple effect, right? Not only was I first gaining clarity on, okay, what the heck is wrong here? Like, what's not feeling right? But then it was like the creativity that was sparked from that. And the ripple effect has been never ending. And I'm just so grateful that I took that time. This confidence, this strength, this whole journey that I just did not even think would be mine.
I love it. I love it. Well, I have one last question for you, and then we're going to wrap up. Thank you so much for sharing your story and sharing your vulnerabilities, your courage and your strength and what you've done in just a matter of like 6 weeks, the shift that you've experienced. If you're talking to people who are watching this and they're kind of on the fence and they don't know whether or not they want to make the investment, what would you say to anybody who's like on the fence?
100% give this a try. This is unlike any other courses or dance class that I've ever taken. And I'll be completely honest, I've done therapy, I've done dance, I've done workout classes, I've done all sorts of things. This is totally unlike anything that you see out there right now. For me, it was transformational, and you deserve it.
Angela, thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing your story. You are such a lovely soul. I am so lucky to have crossed paths with you.
Yeah, it was the best decision I ever made for myself. So thank you.